Super Retro.
Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Super Retro, a nostalgic podcast about retro gaming, TV and film, music, pop culture, sports, all that good shit. Anything dope from the 80s and 90s. I'm your host, Tuck. That's your host, Will. Welcome to the show, y'all. We're going to let this bitch roll for a second. Watch here in a second. It's about to go Goonies on y'all. Watch. We'll explain in a minute. Right here. Alright, y'all probably wondering what the hell this is right here.
Get used to it.
This is our new official theme song, y'all. Wait, listen to the super retro part. I love that part so much. Sets it off. But yeah, let it in real quick. So dope.
I know it.
Super Retro.
How sick is that,
Fire,
y'all?
bro.
That is our new theme song. You will hear that for eternity.
Not as long though.
No, not that
but
long.
we had to enjoy this one.
Yeah, we had to let that thing roll. Big shout out to Zenin. He is Zenin Tunes on Instagram if you want to find him.
Spotify,
all that it's spelled. XENNON. Heard his shit. I don't know who followed who, but I listened to his stuff. Will and I were like, yo, this shit is dope.
Yeah, we both listened to it at about the same time.
Reached out to him, was like, hey, we need a theme song. I think you're the person to do it.
Yeah.
And oh my God.
Was it like 2 days?
It was quick. It was like 2 or 3 days.
And then somehow we both saw the message come through.
Our email.
Immediately.
Yeah.
And I was already listening to it by the time you texted me.
Yeah.
It was like, bro, I've already listened to it 3 times.
Dude, I've never asked somebody for something and been so satisfied with the result in my life.
I got cold chills at work. Just walking around like, oh my God.
And this is counting. When I say that, it's me counting my whole music past.
Yeah.
Doing music with people and sending stuff back and forth and paying to have this song mixed and this and that. This is the most satisfied I've ever been with anything music related as far as something that I've asked for.
Well, I mean, you can tell that Zenon knows us. Like, he knows our podcast.
Right.
Because he nailed it.
Yeah. And
there was not hardly any direction. Probably zero.
Not really.
Yeah.
Other
than the fact that he knows what we do.
Right. And he said he was a fan of our podcast, which was crazy.
He nailed it.
Dude, his music is dope.
It is all. I put he's got a bunch of albums on there. I would just let him run all the way through.
Yeah, me too. I was definitely vibing out to his music.
That was my soundtrack.
But man, Zenon, thank you, and I hope y'all like that.
Go check Zenon out right now. I want some people to check this dude out and follow him.
Yeah. Shout him out. Let him know that we sent you.
Yeah.
All right, Zenon Tunes on Instagram. Tell him what you think about the intro, and we'll also let it play at the end
entirety
at the end of the episodes. Yeah. But here, let me play the beginning one more time, real quick.
One more game.
Hey, dude, I'm telling you, when this shit hit, and I heard it say Super Retro, I screamed out loud.
No, bro, this is awesome.
Listen, watch. Just watch right here, right off top.
Super Retro.
Come on, man. I'm ready to talk about some shit now.
Let's go.
Like, I was a little tired before we started.
Yeah, it's good. It's gonna get us pumped.
Now I'm ready. And then, we can use this for backing music. Look, anytime we do any of our segments.
Everything.
There it is. Just a little cushion.
I like
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like it. Oh no, sir.
Oh Lord. Here, let me turn it off. No, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna let it roll lightly in the background while we talk for a second. Do our open. If y'all haven't noticed, this is the fourth Monday in a row.
Yep.
You've gotten a podcast.
We're gonna try to get more consistent with our content.
That's right. We are taking this podcast more serious than we've ever taken it. We are trying to grow the podcast the same way that the socials have grown. Okay. Yeah. And doing that we think hitting you guys with a consistent day of the week, every week.
Every Monday.
Every Monday. You're going to work.
Every shitty morning, Monday morning.
Whatever you're doing, it's a Monday. You're like, fuck. Well, you can throw us on, y'all. Yeah. You can hang out with us for at least roughly an hour. We'll be with you.
Every Monday, we'll be with you.
45 minutes to an hour. We're going to try to take your mind off the bullshit.
Hit you with some nostalgia. Get you through.
So this will be the fourth Monday in a row. And it's, we're busting our ass over here to get this done. But it's worth it, man.
It's fun.
It's worth it.
Well, we've had trouble being able to do this much, so we found a way, and we're just going to try it out.
I think we have found a way.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying there won't be some slip ups.
No, there definitely will.
But for the most part.
Yeah, we found our groove.
Yeah, for the most part, I think.
To make it happen.
Because at one point, people were waiting 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
And we would hear about it too.
The fact that people want to hear these podcasts so often makes me more motivated to do more.
Yeah, I want to be consistent.
Yeah, for sure.
For you guys, for sure.
But it's hard because we're both dad lives with tons of kids and jobs and life.
Yep.
So this is the fun part that we get to do on our own.
Yep. This is the Christmas episode, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The Christmas nostalgia, if you will. Yep. The whole episode's not Christmas, but...
There's a lot of Christmas nostalgia packed in here.
A lot of Christmas nostalgia sprinkled in for you guys. So, yeah, man, we don't have many opening notes. Let me see. Yeah, we have some shout outs. All right, this one is from Hunter. He says, "Sup, y'all. Been wanting to reach out for a while now, but I am just finally getting around to doing so. My name is Hunter from the Sandwich, Illinois, and I just wanted to say how thankful I am for you guys and the work you are putting out. Been following the socials for a long time now, but more recently started to listen to long form of the podcast on Spotify." That's dope. Thank you. Man, I am hooked. So far, I've listened to all 31 episodes and can never wait for the next one to drop. The quality of work and the passion you guys have for the retro community and your fans is unmatched.
Man.
Listen to this part. Being born in 2002 and having parents born in 80 and 82 respectively, I've always felt the connection to the retro generation.
That's awesome.
First of all, we're talking to maybe a 24-year-old young man right here. That is fucking awesome. I did not realize when this original email was sent. That's great,
considering
man.
Your parents were born. I was born before your parents.
Yeah, and I was born before one of them. And probably the same time as the other one. That's really awesome, man.
Yeah, that is so cool.
That is the coolest thing ever, to know that we're connecting with people not our age.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, you definitely must have a connection to the retro generation, because, some 20-year-olds don't give a fuck.
No, but it's cool. I've noticed that about this whole thing getting into.
Yeah.
There is no age limit.
Nah. There's a lot of people that appreciate, that go back.
Super old people, older than us.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's so young kids that are so interested, like when we had the booth set up.
Yep.
They're interested in what's going on.
That's right.
It's so cool.
He goes on to say, I'm going to just start that again. Being born in 2002 and having parents born in 80 and 82 respectively, I've always felt a connection to the retro generation. My passion has always been around retro gaming, so being able to find a podcast/media outlet that discusses this topic and shows love for the hunt and collecting, might as well be classified as a drug, in parentheses.
Agreed.
Really means the world to me. In a world that can get harsh sometimes, it is always nice to feel some belonging to a community that feels the same passion and love for the topics you hold so dearly. So thank y'all. Not only has this podcast introduced me to new topics, but has become a mainstay in my daily life. I appreciate all that you have done and will continue to do.
Jesus Christ.
That is amazing. We are welcome you with open arms, Hunter.
Yeah, bro.
As we gotta keep going. As a huge Nintendo fan and a fellow lover of Koji Kondo. It would be awesome if you guys did a segment on how his music sounds awfully similar to his favorite bands at the time. The resemblance is undeniable, and it is super interesting to hear how closely he replicated their music to create his masterpieces. There are plenty of articles and videos on the internet that you could pull some research from. Love, Hunter, Hangerman. Hunter, thank you, man. But yeah, on that Koji Kondo,
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of people say that.
You just gave us a bit.
Yeah,
That'll definitely be a video. Yeah, we're gonna start calling him Hangman.
Yeah.
That's a sick ass name.
Hangman, you're now part of the show.
You're
Email
part.
us anytime.
Yeah, bro.
Next up, Joey Genovese sent us a message, and he was talking about how he's not normally a political person.
But he allowed himself to get into politics.
Yeah, but this time around, this election period, he has allowed himself to get into politics, and he's kicking himself for it. He's mad at himself that he did it, and this podcast has kind of helped pull him out of that and said that we bring him a lot of joy.
That's awesome.
Which is really dope. So shout out to Joey, man. Sorry I couldn't read your whole message, but yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, you're not getting anything out of us besides pure, happiness and joy and remembering the good times.
Yeah, you'll never, which we've already addressed this last
We don't
podcast.
get down.
No politics over here.
No.
Cracker Barrel does not get enough credit for their breakfast.
I think it's just quietly flexing
Yeah.
in its old country town.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even care.
It's like, we know you'll come back.
Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah.
You
We're-
love it.
We're here. We'll be here when you need us.
We know you loved it.
Come get these biscuits.
We know you loved the experience.
Come
Go
get
through the stupid gift store that's terrible. Go in there. Just walk around.
Yeah.
Every one of us do it. We know we're not getting nothing.
The sawdust gravy, the grits, the jelly you spread across the biscuits.
Biscuits and gravy.
Bro, the old timers meal.
Get it every time.
I get the old timers meal every time, all meat. I get the grits. I put the sugar and the butter in the grits. I don't give a fuck if you do or not. Sugar, butter, grits, gang all day.
They give you biscuits for the rest of your time there.
I'm gonna add before I'm even sitting down, I'm making eye contact with the waiter.
You got biscuits?
Biscuits? Y'all bringing the biscuits? Where are the
Bro,
biscuits?
You could leave there eating 10 biscuits or more.
Oh, I'm leaving with the biscuits in the take home box. Yeah. Ain't a biscuit surviving on that table. That sumbitch is coming home.
And
with me.
and every store you've ever been into, whatever state you're in, it's the same.
Identical.
Badass fireplace going, old farm tools on the fucking people's pictures, portraits of fucking dead people.
Bro, nothing hits better than being seated close to that massive fireplace in a Cracker Barrel in the middle of winter.
Yeah, it's fire.
God damn it.
Yeah.
And you know what else? Who eats at a Cracker Barrel for dinner?
Yeah, I have
You have?
once or twice
Or lunch?
in life. Yeah, probably lunch.
Bro, I don't trust you.
Man, it's fire. Get you a country
I don't know.
fried steak,
No, I'm only going for breakfast. But hey, to
mashed
each their own.
potatoes and gravy, fire.
I think I've had Thanksgiving from Cracker Barrel.
I catered it one time. I was like, you know what? I ain't cooking shit. Watch this. I went in a line, pulled my car up. They brought it out. Me and my mom crushed it.
Look, y'all, before Will had his family and his wife,
Yeah, I was solo living, bro.
Will's the type of guy that gets the whole Thanksgiving feast from Cracker Barrel,
didn't
y'all.
cook nothing.
Just showed up at the door.
Look, hey, I could have faked people the fuck out. Put all that shit in my own dish.
Yeah, invited a bunch of people
Look
over.
at what I do, bro. I'm Cracker Barrel.
Do you remember where you were at when Mike Tyson bit off Evander Holyfield's ear?
Yeah, I don't remember where I was at.
You don't remember?
I remember watching it. Who
Shit,
knows where?
shit was wild. Can you believe it?
I did believe it.
June 28th, 1997.
Like, I talked about this to somebody at work. You know why he did it, right?
Because he was getting
He was
beat.
getting his ass.
Yeah,
whooped.
he lost the 2 rounds prior.
And you could see it in his face.
Mhm.
He knew there was no beating this dude.
Yeah.
There is nothing in my
Mhm.
fucking tank
Yeah.
that I can beat this guy with.
And Evander was older than him too, and Tyson was 30 at the time. I looked it up today. He was 30, so he was in like peak Tyson.
And he was in, I mean, Evander was in his prime. Like,
Evander Holyfield was a bad motherfucker.
he was the most cut dude you've ever seen.
Ever.
Like, he couldn't be bigger.
No.
And like when he fought Tyson, you just could tell something about that matchup. did not work well with Tyson. You
Right.
saw it with Lennox Lewis
Right.
too.
This was the second time that Tyson had fought
Yeah.
Evander.
And
Yeah.
like you were like, he ain't beating him.
Yeah.
Like Tyson probably felt it more than we knew.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done.
And
I'm
Tyson,
biting this motherfucker.
yeah, he started the round without his mouthpiece. He premeditated biting him on the ear. He started the round, and they made him go back and put it in.
Wow.
Then when it started, he walks right out. They box for a second. He spits the mouthpiece out and bites him on the ear, bro.
Jesus Christ. That was so wild.
I was at a house party here in Louisville at a neighborhood called St. Matthews, behind a high school called Trinity. In this house, this is my nightmare right here. I cannot believe there was probably not my nightmare at the time. I was like, this is dope.
Yeah.
I was in a house, a nice house in St. Matthews, and the parents were out of town. This was a high school party to watch this thing. Word got out, y'all, and there was probably 200 people in this house.
Out of hand.
You couldn't even move. It looked like a club.
Yeah.
You couldn't even move
To watch a Tyson fight.
to watch the Tyson fight. And it, bro, oh my God, I can't imagine what that carpet looked like. I can't imagine the damage that was done to this house. It was wall to wall.
Imagine back then you're the parent, because now we're parents.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck.
Coming back to that, there's
Um,
no covering that
Bro,
up.
I'd be like, I'm gonna fuck everyone up.
What had just happened, there's no covering that up.
No.
You're finding remnants from that party for the next 5 years.
Bro, that's some
Type shit.
old school shit right there.
Yeah, but that's where I was at watching it.
What
It was
year,
crazy.
1997?
1997.
Nice.
So where were y'all? Do you remember where you were at and what you were doing when you watched Mike Tyson bite off Evander Holyfield's ear? All right. Did y'all know Tony Hawk almost starred in a film called Skate Jam? Yeah, Skate Jam like that. Skate Jam was going to be an actual sequel to the Space Jam movie that had just featured Michael Jordan. Warner Brothers really wanted to do Space Jam 2, but Michael Jordan did not sign on for it. He was just too busy taking his career serious. He didn't have time to do another Space Jam movie. So the execs were like, well, Skate Jam it is. So Skate Jam made it as far as a script and having several meetings with Tony Hawk, including one in an airport before he left on a huge trip to Australia to actually shoot a different movie. They met with him to finalize the details for the movie.
It's crazy, dude.
To hear Tony tell it, it was a done deal. While Tony was away in Australia, Warner Brothers released a movie called Back in Action, which featured Brendan Fraser, and this was going to be another Looney Tunes film featuring real people. Like, this was their way of reintroducing Looney Tunes and real people in the same movie. Since Space Jam, they were just kind of, and they thought they were going to do a whole thing.
They thought they were onto something.
Yeah, they thought they were going to have a whole run of these movies, but it did so bad at the box office and it bombed so much that when Tony Hawk got back from Australia, they weren't even calling him anymore.
Never heard from him again.
They never heard from him again. The Back in Action movie did so bad that they scrapped the follow-up concepts of all of them. Race Jam with Jeff Gordon. Golf Jam with Tiger Woods. Spy Jam with Jackie Chan.
They didn't even call Tony back.
They said, you know what? We're not doing any of these, and you know, we're not calling Tony either.
Every one of y'all got fired.
But damn, this could have been a movie, y'all.
Man, I think it still could be. That's fire.
That would have worked.
Yeah.
They should have went Space Jam straight to Skate
Can you
Jam.
imagine seeing the fucking Looney Tunes characters skateboarding?
And Tony Hawk says that was the one that got away.
Yeah, I mean,
That-
I'm sure he's not mad.
He's straight. but
He made it.
that would have propelled him on next level.
That would
for
have been
sure.
cool as hell. Do it right now.
That's 100%.
Yeah.
It's never too late.
Never. I think it'd be cooler now.
All right, y'all. Time for some Christmas nostalgia from back in the day. What gives you them warm and fuzzies?
Yeah.
You know,
Every year.
every year when you see them, it's all the same, and you just feel nothing makes you feel more childlike than Christmas time.
Man, if you don't like Christmas, dude, fuck you.
Straight up.
You know what I mean? Christmas is fun.
Yeah.
Like every year, even the older I get, I think I like it more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Christmas still gives me that feeling.
For
like,
sure,
I'm
man.
like, bro, this is the time.
Stop motion Christmas specials, y'all.
Yeah.
Rudolph,
Fire.
Frosty,
Fire.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Fire.
Man, these were all made before the 80s and 90s.
Bro,
But-
it's 2024, about to be 25.
Yep.
And they're all coming on
Yep.
here soon.
I made my kids watch Santa Claus is coming to town.
I'm
It's on
telling you.
YouTube right now.
I'm still sad Frosty melted.
Me too.
Still.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, how he goes up into the mountains.
He's the biggest underdog ever. Like, they made fun of him.
They did.
He saved Christmas. That was the best shit to watch ever back then.
It was a great message, too.
Yeah, all of it.
But, yeah, stop-motion specials, y'all.
Man.
We could go on and on about stop-motion Christmas specials.
All of them.
Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes, y'all. I'm going to say it one more again. Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes. And what type of show would we have if we didn't pop one of these things open and dig right in? Woo!
They come every year. You know, it's like where they have like a marketing strategy.
Yeah.
They're like,
Oh, they hit the
it's
same
November,
time.
pop them out.
They hit the same time every rip.
And we know we're going to like this.
Oh,
Because we don't even know what it's made out of. Like, this is whatever's in here is not real.
bro, just the texture and the consistency of that.
And the little green sparkles that fall off.
My mouth is watering.
Yeah, bro.
My mouth is
Cheers,
watering.
bro.
Yeah, cheers.
Mm.
Bro,
What are you going to do?
you already know.
What are you going to do?
We only have to talk about it. You know how good this is. I got to get some more.
Like, what is it?
I don't even know.
What is all that?
I don't know.
And the little sprinkles, you wouldn't think they do shit, but they do shit.
They accentuate the cake in such a way that it's delicious.
The little, like, explosions.
It's delicious. It just puts the right texture on the creaminess with
Hey, bro.
the sprinkles.
How
you know
dare
what I'm saying?
dare you for making shit like this, little Debbie? You should be ashamed of yourself.
I haven't had anything like this since I met my wife. She would never let me eat this shit.
Our kids ain't having enough.
I'm going to finish it.
The kids should eat one. We should see what they say.
Yeah.
They'll flip out.
I'll give them one. Jesus. Sorry for that intermission.
Yeah. I don't even know how it's going to be a bit. We just took a fucking Christmas tree cake snack break. That's all that was. We just did that so we could eat one.
Nothing was better than opening up a retro game system. And at the time, it wasn't retro.
Just a game. Opening up a game, a console in that era was the fucking, like, that's the present they waited to the end.
It'll never be matched
No.
because it was so new then.
I think, man, like, you get your kids a PlayStation 5, it might same
Maybe.
feeling.
Maybe. But a lot of times you were getting that new system that had all these new things to offer.
Yeah.
Like now, you know, you go from one system to the next, there's barely an upgrade.
Yeah,
you
no,
can
it's
you
the
can
same
barely
game.
tell.
Same game.
You can literally play the games on them.
You're
At the
right.
time, you couldn't play. You get a Super Nintendo. Well, you can't play those Super Nintendo games on the
That's
NES.
when your NES system took the fucking backseat.
Oh yeah.
Or any. Say you had a SNES and you went up to a fucking 64.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's over.
Yep.
That shit's over.
It's like I'll still play it a little bit, but not really. I got this 64.
You're not gonna play it.
Yeah. And what's cool is we have a video of Will opening up
You should fucking play that.
his NES on Christmas morning, which I'm gonna play right fucking now.
There's the thing he's been waiting for all day.
What is it?
Something for you to hook up.
It was so cool to watch you do that. Your mom and there just banging cigarettes.
Everybody's in there fucking smoking
Everybody's
heaters.
smoking.
And the kids over there just ripping a present up.
That's just how it was right
Yeah.
there. That was the 80s Christmas
That's fire.
captured in a video.
What game did I get? Like Donkey Kong?
You got Donkey Kong. You got the action set, I believe. Or
Oh my
the,
God.
I don't know. But yeah, it was
There it
cool,
is
man.
up there.
Yeah, we'll play it. Oh, the popcorn tin. You remember the popcorn tin?
Everybody does.
Look, if they didn't have the popcorn tin on hand during Christmas, it just wasn't Christmas. You know, you
It was
had
like some cheap marketing tool where those were everywhere.
they
at
were,
the
you
time.
got them everywhere.
Yeah, and you had the regular popcorn.
Yep.
You had the cheddar popcorn, and then
Fire.
you had the caramel.
And they were all hitting.
Yeah. Did you ever know the psychopath who just pulled that up?
Oh yeah, that's a real psychopath.
Yeah.
You mix these together, it ruined the whole shit because
People did that. Like,
I
see
know.
that little
yeah,
paper thing,
yeah, you pull
separator?
it right up.
Pull that separator up. You're a crazy man.
Yep, you're a serial killer. We don't trust you. Christmas movies,
Man.
Home Alone.
Yeah, I think we talked about that being our favorite.
Mhm.
Like, Home Alone probably is the #1 Christmas movie of all time.
Yeah, I would agree with
Because
that.
it's like a good movie that incorporates Christmas a lot.
For us, because of the time period it came out, was also perfect.
You know what I mean? It's not so much about Christmas, though.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it has a whole nother underlying story.
That's right.
Christmas is just a part of it.
It's like it's
Christmas
happening
is a
during
character
Christmas time
in the movie.
Yeah, definitely.
But like Christmas Vacation,
fire,
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
Like
yeah.
there's so many things in that's so pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole movie. But like Christmas Story is one I had. I started the family watching
Oh yeah,
because it's so old.
yeah.
They hadn't seen it.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, you ever know what happens when you stick your tongue to a pole? It was so cool watching my son watch that.
It's tradition in my house too.
I was like, go out there and do it.
Yeah.
Go out there and do
You'll
it.
find out.
Yeah.
You out there screaming.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
It's
y'all.
another one of those.
That's another just classic, solid movie that was made years ago.
Bro, that Charlie Brown's Christmas tree
Oh yeah.
is a thing.
Oh, you buy them at the store.
They're out at Target. That's how
Yep.
crazy that is.
What-
His rinky-dink little tree is now a real tree.
That's pure pop culture right
Yeah,
there.
it
is what that is.
transcended time.
But yeah, everybody had, and you walk into your boy's house and be like, look at this motherfucker with the Charlie. He'd have like a struggle tree.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Here's
Look
a
at your
story.
Charlie Brown tree.
Here's a story. When my mom switched from real trees to fake trees, I felt
Betrayed.
some time away. But
You
yeah,
got betrayed.
I felt betrayed.
I remember those days. Yeah.
Why'd
I
she
remember
do
when
me
my
like that?
grandparents got a fake tree, and you gotta know as a parent, they probably got sick and tired of that whole process. So the fact that there was a fake tree in the world probably appealed to them a lot.
A lot.
So you're saying I can just put it in a box,
Yep.
put it up,
Put it in storage.
5 seconds, no water, no.
Yeah.
Okay. You were
Yeah.
like, look, Mom, Santa's not even gonna come here because of that.
We're fake.
Yeah,
This is
he's
not-
gonna fucking go back up the chimney.
But now it's so practical.
Who has a real? I don't have a real tree.
Nah.
I have the biggest fucking tree you've ever seen. Fake as hell.
And it's there next year. You don't have to do anything. So I got to say to my mom, shout out to moms
Yeah.
for all the years you actually somehow managed to get a real Christmas
Bro,
tree.
I still
in the
remember
house.
the smell of a real Christmas
Oh, it was
tree.
great. But by the end,
They're
there's
fucking falling apart.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Your
it died.
You take it outside, fuck your whole house up.
It's dead.
Yeah.
You just killed a tree.
You touch it, and it's
You
like,
know what I mean? Like we killed the tree to
Yeah.
bring it in our house.
Yeah. Santa at the mall.
Man, you almost thought he lived at the mall half the time.
The feeling of walking into the mall during Christmas and seeing Santa and the way it smelled in there and the heat was on in there.
Well,
You
and
just-
the excitement in the air.
Yeah,
like there was a time, like all those kids and even us thought that motherfucker was real.
Oh, yeah.
Like we thought there was a celebrity
Yep.
at fucking Jefferson Mall.
Yep. And what happened to businesses decorating like the mall did back in the day? You cannot fuck with the mall's decoration skills. You walk in the mall during Christmas, it was Christmas in that bitch.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like you almost thought Santa was like he came and did all that.
Yeah.
Like you really thought this motherfucker left the North Pole
He brought it here.
and he brought it here.
Yeah.
To give us a glimpse of what it's like at home.
Damn.
Like you were looking for fucking elves.
Take us back
Man.
to the 80s, early 90s, to the mall. When Santa was in that bitch, you got...
That real feeling. Those feelings were real.
They were real. All right, y'all. I don't know how I feel about this one, but it's in the notes. So you know what? Damn it, we're gonna stay true
Yeah.
to it because eggnog.
We don't fuck with eggnog.
Eggnog.
I'll tell you that right now. You know what I think of when I think of eggnog?
What?
Eggnog is Christmas Vacation. Cousin Eddie, he's sitting there drinking eggnog like he's getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Like he's got a beer.
Here we go, y'all. I can't remember the last time I tasted eggnog, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Me neither, man.
But here we go. And for the show,
I'm disgusted right
it's it's nostalgic, right?
now. You know your boy, I can't drink milk, man. This is going to be bad. We're good. There's a bathroom over there, man.
It smells disgusting.
Let me take the first drink.
I mean, if it was like hot or something, it might be all right. I can see why people put a little vodka in it or something.
Oh, my God. That's terrible.
Smell it though.
It's so thick.
Oh my God, smell it.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh,
Bro, it's thick. Why are you drinking it again? I'm done. If you're drinking plain eggnog, you're crazy.
something's wrong with you.
You're crazy, bro.
All right, y'all. So there you go. That was Christmas nostalgia. Hopefully, we brought back some memories for you guys. All right, y'all.
How you doing, partner?
It's time to talk about the country music GOAT. We're not talking George Strait. We're not talking Garth Brooks. We're not talking Waylon Jennings. We're not talking Conway Twitty.
Yeah. No
We're-
Alan Jackson.
No Alan Jackson, no Randy Travis, no Willie Nelson. Who we come to talk about? Kentucky's own Dwight motherfucking Yoakam, y'all.
He's a bad man.
The country music GOAT. This isn't even an argument, all right? From Pikeville, Kentucky, one of our own Kentucky boys, all right? You better put some respect on his goddamn name, all right?
He's a bad man.
I found out his birthday is one day before mine, so it's basically my dad. Dwight Yoakam is my dad. Over 26 million records sold, 12 gold albums, 9 of them went
That's
platinum, 2 Grammy Awards, and not only that, he's an actor. My guy was wiling the fuck out in Sling Blade as Doyle.
Bro.
Threw old boy in the wheelchair, slick into the wall.
He was awesome in that role. As great as Billy Bob was,
Yeah.
he needed a Dwight Yoakam in that movie.
When he flips out in that living room
Yeah.
and tells everybody to get the fuck out of his house,
Yeah.
I believed him.
He played that role so well that you know he had someone like that in his family.
If it
You know what I mean? He channeled them.
1,000%. That was real.
That came from somewhere.
That's in him.
Yeah.
Like that's who he
Yeah,
really
that
is,
might not be him, but that's somebody.
or somebody he knows.
Yeah, because that was a great movie.
But man, let me tell you something. In 1983, my guy released Guitars and Cadillacs. All right, and when
favorite.
you listen to this song, to me, it feels like everyone else in the early 90s and late 80s were trying to copy this.
Yeah,
This
I
was
agree.
like 7 years prior.
I think you could come out with this right now and it would be a smash hit.
That's right. This is a timeless song right here. Dwight Yoakam's band, unbelievable.
Yeah.
The people in this band, okay? But I don't want to hear it. You know, this right here influenced everybody that came after him.
Yeah, because this is
I
like,
don't care who you were.
this is gangster.
My man was dropping this type of music in 1983, and this album actually had a lot of bangers on it. Honky Tonk Man,
Mm-hmm.
fire. But let's listen to this, y'all. Guitars and Cadillacs, Dwight Yoakam. He's undoubtedly the country music GOAT as far as I'm concerned.
I agree, man.
The catalog is swolled up.
The Cadillacs too.
Dwight
bro.
Yoakam, Kentucky boy, we appreciate you. You're my country music GOAT.
Mine too. He's one of my favorites ever, all time.
Let's talk about the top 5 NES run and gun games.
Man, I had to look up what these are called because I'm such a gamer. I'm like, these are shooters.
Yeah,
And shooters back then are
Yeah.
like airplane type games.
right.
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
These are called run and gun.
Oh yeah, yeah. The good old run and gun. Most of them were 2 players, and it was always a great time blowing shit up with your buddy.
Yeah, well, these were so cool because you could play with your homie.
Yeah. Number 5, y'all. Jackal, developed by Konami, released in 1988, was an overhead running gun game. Featured 2 players, like I was just saying.
Super fun game.
You ride around in some sick ass Jeeps.
Yeah, and this is a game we've played over here multiple times and multiple nights on game nights.
Yep. And you're riding around in Vietnam, what it looks like Vietnam, rescuing prisoners of war and getting them to like an awaiting helicopter for to be rescued.
Yeah, super fun.
Pretty dope concept too. You really felt like you were doing something.
Yeah.
Top tier NES fun right here. Number 4, y'all. Heavy Barrel, developed by Data East, released in 1990.
One of the later games.
Yeah, this was definitely a later one. Another fun 2-player. This one also had an overhead view. It was like a top-down Contra. Also reminded me of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke meets
Yeah.
Contra type of game.
But a big band of people love Heavy Barrel.
Yeah, and you collect like these gun parts, and you collect like 6 different pieces, and you get this huge fucking gun. The
Yep.
gun's like bigger than the guy.
Heavy
But
Barrel.
Once you got the Heavy Barrel, that's what it was called. Once you got that Heavy Barrel, it was on. Number 3, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, developed by Taxon, released in 1991.
Yeah, and this is like, there's another G.I. Joe game that people know, and this isn't it.
This isn't
This
the
was
one.
so cool because you could play as multiple characters.
Right.
Like everybody on that freaking title screen right there, you could play them and
you
switch them out.
You could switch while playing
Yeah,
like you could
That's
Turtles.
next level, dude.
Yeah.
When you could play, tell me I could play Snake Eyes. I'll buy your game.
And one of the dudes flew.
Oh, yeah, that's sick.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
He literally just took off.
came up, yeah.
He just came off.
That's an underrated game, and I looked it up. It's pretty high dollar.
Yeah, this game is really cool. The gameplay on this one is really good. You can tell that this one was developed later on.
And I remember renting this game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fire game right here. Number 3, y'all. G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. Number 2,
Might be me and Tuck's favorite game.
Gunsmoke, developed by Capcom and released in 1988. We had a ton of fun with
This
this
might
game.
not be on most people's list, but it's on ours.
It's definitely because of the time me and you spent playing
Yeah,
it.
we love this game.
So fun.
Yeah, and like we have a Gunsmoke, what's it called, marquee?
Arcade marquee.
Yeah, arcade marquee right there, and that's something me and Tuck will always love this game.
Yeah, dude, definitely a soft spot for this one. And it's just fun. You know, you get a horse. You got to like collect money and buy ammo and different guns and stuff from like this lady.
You can
that's
go
just hanging
forward
out.
and backwards and left and right. It's so fun.
Yeah,
and the
it's-
game art is trash.
Yeah, it is. The mechanics of the game are awesome. Though.
Yeah, you
Very
really
similar,
feel in control.
very similar to Heavy Barrels.
Remember how stupid we were? We sat there and played for like an hour and forgot we could go to the boss.
Yeah, if you don't, hey, this is one of them games that can trap you.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you've been playing an hour going in a loop and you
For
didn't
no
realize
reason.
it.
Yeah.
You did not realize it. But yeah, number 2, y'all, Gunsmoke. And we
I
all
mean,
knew it.
Yeah, fucking everyone knew. If you didn't have Contra at first, this isn't a real list.
Yeah, if we didn't have if we didn't have Contra number 1, people would delete and unfollow.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer, and it's by far the best running gun that's ever been made, even today.
Today, it is still equally as fun as brand new games that are dropping on like the PS5.
For sure. I can go play Contra at any time, any point in my life.
The sounds on this game, the bosses.
And the fun level of just ripping it, going through the game.
Oh, yeah.
And
if you get on a roll.
You get the Konami code and get that 30, it's going to be the best fun you've had of beating a game.
Yeah, when you think of this game, you think of the 30-min code, and you think of none other than that motherfucking spread gun. And I think of the waterfall level, and it's so cool that there's aliens as all bosses. You know,
Yep.
like what a cool creative game that really fit for the time.
Yep, and it's at a time like how we talked about how shit was so hard.
Yeah.
It was fun having 30 men and knowing I didn't care. That's what made Contra so awesome.
There it is, y'all. The top 5 run and gun NES games from back in the day.
Who remembers getting life advice from G.I. Joe? Remember after every single episode, we'd watch the whole episode no matter what it was about, and then they would just throw this fucking like serious like life moment.
A little PSA for
Yeah,
you.
like where they would teach you something. And they would say something like this.
Is your mom there?
No, I'm home alone.
Well, you won a prize. What's your address?
42 Oak Street. Hey, Roblox, some stranger's bringing me a prize.
A stranger, huh? All he wanted to bring you was trouble. Remember, never tell anyone you're home alone and never give anyone your address.
I'll say Mom can't come to the phone.
Smart thinking.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Hey, y'all. G.I. Joe was my dad.
Yeah, like they were literally like our heroes, and then they would teach us something.
They raised us.
Yeah, they raised us. They would sit there and tell you, and it was like stuff that had nothing to do with like G.I. Joe
G.I. Joe instilled core values
into us.
Like,
hey, don't talk to strangers. Shit like that.
Right. G.I. Joe says don't talk to strangers.
And like saving you from drowning and shit. Like
not gonna do it.
they literally were trying to raise us.
Straight up.
Like literally when our parents were throwing us in a room and we would watch fucking cartoons for 8 hours, we would come out better because our parents wasn't telling us that. Like, hey, Mom, I don't talk to strangers. Like, who the fuck taught you that? Duke? Fucking Falcon?
So there it is, y'all. G.I. Joe.
Teaching us everything.
This should be easy. All right, y'all. So that's the show. Thanks for rocking with us on our 4th Monday in a row. I got to keep saying that because we are proud of that accomplishment. That was the Christmas episode. Had to
Merry
hit you-
Christmas, everybody.
That's right. So, this will be about 2 weeks, come out 2 weeks or so, or just a little bit before Christmas. It's going to come out on Monday. So, yeah, y'all, Merry Christmas.
Get you some little content to glide you into the holidays.
That's right. Throw it on in the background. Hey, get the family together.
Mm-hmm.
You got the whole family together. Most of the time people watch NBA and football and shit. Don't throw that on. Throw your boys on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, throw us up on the TV. Send us some pictures of the family gathered around the Christmas tree with Super Retro on in the background.
Yeah. Right up above the mantle on the big screen.
That's right. And you guys just got to watch Will open up his
Original Nintendo, 1985.
Yeah, but yours was in what year was that when you were opening it?
85.
No.
Oh, it's 86.
No, 87.
Was it?
Yeah, it's timestamp right on there, dog.
When did it come out?
Oh, it came out in like 85. Yeah.
Hmm.
NES came out in Japan in like 84, I believe, and it came out in America in 85. That timestamp, I'm not saying is correct, though.
No, it's definitely correct.
Yeah,
they didn't fuck those up.
It's 87.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird that I didn't have one by then.
I didn't get one till 89, 88 or
That's
89.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And it's still just as special to me.
yeah, because I mean, I didn't care. I probably wanted that for 2 years.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Wanted it forever, and finally I got one.
It was pretty cool, man, that we stumbled upon that.
There's a show. Y'all follow us on all the socials. Spread the word about the podcast because we are dead ass serious about growing this thing.
YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube banging.
YouTube's popping finally. Starting to anyway. So peace, y'all.
All right, keep it retro.